Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Pay attention to swans. Swans. What is a swan? A swan is that type of young lady, woman who, well, she didn't quite start out in life as like that head turner. She wasn't drop dead gorgeous. She might have been socially awkward as a teenager, might not have filled out, but she got older. She started, she fixed what she had to fix. She discovered she had curves. In fact, I've seen some women, you see them at first, they all, don't have curves, didn't have that womanly presence. And they just get with the right guy who opens them up. All of a sudden, he like, pow, pow, pow. They like, you like, wow. But pay attention to swans. If you come across a woman and she'll say something like, yeah, I wasn't that pretty when I was younger, but I fixed myself up. I wore braces. I was overweight, stuff like that. That's a very good chance for just the average guy to get with her. Because see, here's the thing. See, a lot of guys think a woman automatically wants like, that top-notch guy or something like that. Not really. Maybe as an ideal, but remember I've talked about the imprint. Now the imprint is not just one man, but a combination of the first three men that penetrated a woman, physically penetrated her. Because on a subconscious basis, her subconscious will make her or adjust her to find that man attractive and to attract that type of man. Now, if a woman in high school or when she's young, she's that awkward girl, she doesn't look that good, she's not going to get with the most popular guy in school. Likely she's not going to get with that jock or that fashion model looking dude. Like, yeah, jocks get theirs, but if a jock has a choice between like the school diva or the captain of the cheerleading squad and this dorky girl over here, who do you think he gonna take? But yet, a lot of those young ladies who might not look like that, they'll still hook up with somebody, even get in a decent relationship. But the guy, he's not gonna be like, he ain't gonna be like supermodel of the world or the star athlete. He ain't gonna be the star. He's probably be just as nerdy as she, right? All right, so she get with that. She get with that guy. It probably get with a similar type of guy. Okay, that's an imprint. Now, even though she might improve herself as she get older, on a subliminal level, she's still good with those type of guys. She might still go for the intellectual type of guy or that guy who ain't superstar of the world. In fact, a lot of times, you get some, men and women, they'll question why a woman like a particular guy. I was like, okay, look at where she grew up. If you can't get an idea, the first three men she had sex with. And that'll say a lot. But here's the thing with them. Swans, they both beautiful, but they actually open for a regular guy. Like, I personally know some swans. Met some, like a lot of them still in their 20s. And they'll say, well, when I was younger, this is the type of man that I attracted. This is the type of man, and they'll stick with that. And it's a subliminal thing. Yeah, they might see that fine dude, but they're not going to feel that umph. And plus, with the way the imprint works, they probably won't attract them anyway. That's the thing. It's a deep thing. The imprint is real deep. That's why in some indigenous cultures that were familiar with the imprint, they made sure that they controlled who the little boys and the little girls, the teenage boys and teenage girls rather, who they first had sex with. They controlled it because they knew how powerful it was. But anyway, pay attention to them. Pay attention. Because a lot of times when you might see a very beautiful woman and she with some guy and you're like, why she with him? He ain't got that killer body or 10% body fat or, look like that model. But see who she dealt with before. See who she dealt with when she was younger. Like, she has a legitimate attraction for that type of guy. And the thing is, they're more open, because let's be real. Now, I can tell guys to stay in their lane till I'm blue in the face. But let's be real, most men want that really attractive woman, at least above average attractive woman. Okay, look for the swan. And how can you tell she's a swan? And probably a swan. But you look at yourself and you're like, why ain't all that? Why she being friendly to me? You might be what she like. You might be what she like. Because seriously, even before I found out about the imprint, I would have conversations with women and they'll be checking out some guy who might be considered dorky or, or more on the intellectual side. In fact, when I did a video last week talking about what women consider sexy about this thread on IG, there were a few of those women say they prefer a nerd. Seriously. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. You never know. And so you meet that swan, or you get an idea, or even better yet, let me give y'all some game. My cousin, he said this because he be working out all the time. He said, yeah, I'll be friendly to those fat girls in the gym because when they drop all that weight, they gonna remember who was friendly to them. I was like, yeah. Let's just say the men in my family, none of them have ever complained about dealing with women. Trust me. But think about it though. Like, and that's something too. If you work out, you see some woman in there, she really working hard, just be like, hey, how you doing? She gonna remember that. Remember that. But try to pay attention, try to gauge it. Like one of the things I'll do, like if I meet somebody and I'm like, oh, she giving me swan vibes. And I'll tell you what swan vibes are in a second, but she gave me swan vibes. I'm like, yeah, you got some high school pictures or something when you were young? I was like, In fact, I know this writer, and I said she shared a picture of her on social media when she was young. I was like, because I remember when I first met this particular writer, I was telling my boys, man, this a dime right here. I was like, oh man, that's what I'm saying. Now, how you get that swan vibe? They actually, like I said, they don't usually have their noses up in the air, usually. There's always an exception because this is an art, not a science. But they usually cool. They cool with just a regular guy. They the type who, like you say hi to them, they'll say hi back. Because see, despite what they look like on the surface, that awkward girl hasn't gone anyplace. That awkward girl, that shy girl, the one who might, into some dorky things or considered dorky things, could be nerdy or into anime or something, it's still there. It is still there. It hasn't gone anyplace. See, one mistake a lot of guys make, they think just because somebody look a certain way, they'll have a certain personality. Nah, the personality is one thing that, for the most part, will stay with somebody for life. They might can adjust it, but the basic temperament stays the same because someone's looks change. Someone's looks change and stuff. Anybody think otherwise, they not that deep. So you get that woman, she pretty and stuff, but she's still kind of friendly. She doing something dorky, Ask yourself if she don't have those particular genetics that you've seen, is she acting like that cool girl? Is she acting more like that awkward girl? Be friendly to her. Trust me, all right? So anyway, fellas, I always got to give some game for the younger guys, all right? So anyway, I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.